I'm live. You're kidding me, right? I got this treat, you guys. So hopefully I should have made an announcement. I apologize. Instead of just saying yesterday, hey, we're going live at noon. So I don't know if anyone's going to be able to join me or not, but that's okay because I've got plenty to share with you. So yeah, went to Costco this morning because as an executive member in most Costco's, you can go an hour early. So they open at 9. Good morning, Gloria. I'm not alone. And Barb, yay. Thanks for coming at noon. And Carla, thank you for coming. So, so I get there at 9:03 with Yvonne and Jabari. And hello, Mags. There is a line at the door. They're waiting for them to open the doors, but so much space in the parking lot. And it's slower than the last time I went at 9. So definitely Tuesdays is it. Today, we're going to talk about living intentionally, and I'm very excited about it. I'm always like, I've been praying. I'm like praying, God, what do you want me to share? Well, this kind of was inspired by number one, Rachel got her stuff out of my closet. Good. And Carla says, we're going to Costco when the road's clear today. Nice. Louisa, good afternoon. Glad you're here. Yes, it's afternoon. And also, I had mentioned like, because along with prayer journal and journaling, we had kind of talked a little bit about how sometimes it's a little bit hard. You want to write things down and be super duper honest. Good morning, or I'm saying good morning, good afternoon, Alice. It's just I'm very excited right now, if you can't tell. Also, I have a video. All I got to do is make a thumbnail picture and I can upload it. So there will be a video going up today, but unfortunately not at noon because it would be up right now and it's not. I also had to pick up my daughter Rachel at the library 5 minutes away after I get off here. So we were talking about, hello, Marie, so glad you're here. We were talking about how sometimes it can be hard to be super duper honest on these. Paula's own pace, good morning. I don't know why you're not highlighted. That's weird. Um, and I was thinking about also when you talk about doing the prayer closet from the War Room, remember that movie? If you've seen it, if not, what a great movie. Oh my goodness, I should watch that movie again. That always inspires me to pray. And I was thinking, it's the same in my closet. Like if I was really honest and put prayer requests on there, but at the same time, I feel like I decided to do the 90-day year, and usually I do a devotional on Tuesdays. Well, today's devotion is really based off of Psalm 90:12. Teach me to number my days aright, that I may gain a heart of wisdom. I think it's because I'm not a member. Your live just came up. Oh, because I didn't put it to members. But you guys, if as long as you don't mind, I'm not saying anything private. I forgot to mark it members, so that means anybody can come. I'm just going to let y'all come if you don't mind. But if anybody is giving us trouble, then we're just going to block them. Gloria says, this is my favorite sweater on you. Oh, thank you. Great color. I have similar coloring to you, and it's the best color for me. Oh, cool. Nancy says, hi, everyone. So just so you know, this is public. This is a public live today. I didn't do it on purpose, but God has a plan. Barb says, fantastic movie. Have you seen the other Kendrick Brothers movie? They're all great. Yes, I have. Yeah, Paula, I am so not worried about you being in trouble, my friend. Well, that's what killed me is like, I know the name. I know that your little icon. So that confused me. So I thought, I decided to do the 90-day year, which starts January 1st. Hi, Catherine, and goes to April 1st is the first 90 days. And then I'm going to reassess my goals. And I am going to, decide is what I have decided as a goal, is that still relevant to me? Or do I need to change my goals? And I like that because you're not waiting 365 days. You're not thinking, oh, I did the wrong thing. And now, there's just a lot of mind games you can play with yourself. And it's easy to not give yourself grace. So within my 90-day year, what I was thinking is what's bothering me about this is that I need to look at something and kind of remind myself and refresh myself every single day. Like This is what I need. And I was actually, are you guys familiar with Hoda Kotb? She's on, well, she used to be on, is it NBC, I think? She had a show most recently with Jenna Bush. Before that, it was Kathy Lee Gifford. She now has like a YouTube channel and it's about joy. Hi, Patty, and hi, Ari. So glad you guys are here. And I was looking at her YouTube channel. I was looking at something, a little short she put up about every single day. She writes down different areas of her life, like physical, spiritual, emotional. And there was one more. She said, mine are a little bit different. Oh, intellectual. And she looks at those every day and says, okay, before she starts her day, she's going, what do I need physically today? What do I need emotionally today? What do I need intellectually? What do I need spiritually? And I thought, okay, how can I combine these ideas and then make a vision board? Now, when I think of a vision board, I think of all the YouTube channels I've watched where they might put, I don't know, I have a Chevy Traverse, which is an SUV, a rather large 7-passenger SUV. That would have been something I put on a vision board. We needed a car, and that was what I wanted. And it was like, my husband was like looking at different cars, and I'm like, my brain was on the Chevy Traverse because I knew that was what I wanted. And I love it. And we bought a used one. And I could have said, oh, look, I manifested that. You know, manifesting to me is you just are focused on something and you move toward it. I don't see any magic. So there was a year I always dreamed when we adopted our 4 kids, the only thing they knew about the United States was Disney. So it was always a dream of mine to go to Disney World. Well, one year I got a free coach through SCORE, SCORE. If you live in the United States, most or all states have SCORE. It is free business mentoring. And I had a SCORE coach, and it was like, I want to take my kids to Disney World. And she literally helped me plan and work toward me having enough money to pay for a trip to Disney World. And we went to Disney World. It was great. We stayed on property, and as a follower of Jesus, it was something I was praying about. I know God helped me. My sister had a friend who helped us get discounts. I mean, it was just a whole thing. So that, to me, I didn't manifest. I worked my tail off, right? But it gives you focus when you actually write something down and look at it every single day. So instead of having a prayer room in my closet, oh, I am going to have I guess I would call it a Karen room. Maybe it's going to be my flourish room. So here's what I did. And this is kind of in keeping with a vision board. So I went to Dollar General this morning. The idea hits, and I work. I'm there. So I got the. I'm dropping a pen because that's how I do. I'm dropping a Sharpie. So I got these like smaller poster boards. It's a pack of 5. Okay, and I started. I'm going to give you the blank side right now. So I started my poster board this morning. 11:30, half an hour before we went live. That's how I got myself a Dr. Pepper Zero, and I haven't had one in so long that I can't tell the difference between. To me, it tastes like a regular Dr. Pepper. So I wrote some categories. Let me get a second one so I can cover what I want to cover. So at the top, this is an idea for you if you are so inclined. If not, you can just be entertained by watching me. So at the top, I wrote, because my first 90 days, because I feel like, even 90 days, I'm like, I think 90 days is too long. I'm wondering if I should have done a 30-day year, but it really is because my brain just gets on, what do I need to do next? What do I need to, I need to give this kid a ride. I need to pick this kid up. I need to babysit. I need to do laundry. I need to do dishes, and you just lose yourself. So January 1st to April 1st, and this is my word for the year, flourish. So I want to see the word flourish every single day. And I might make some art pieces to put around the house. I don't even know. Okay. But we're going to work at flourish. And I feel like now that the basement is done, I can start decorating my home. There's so many things I can do. And then what I did, wrong way, Karen. Okay. Then I wrote down the categories that I wanted. And then I was looking at ChatGPT And I changed my mind and I'm like, oh, crud, have I messed this up? But no, I haven't. No. We're just going to work it all out together for good. I've got a lot of walls in my closet. I can put stuff all over the wall that motivates me every single day when I go to get my clothes in the morning because I don't want to see it on a wall. I could put it in front of where I'm sitting right now, which is where I'm working right now. But my husband and I have a kitchen table in my bedroom right now, which I am loving because I can work YouTube on one side and then put like my paint by number on the other. Good morning, Shelly. Did I say good morning, Ari? I think I said good morning to Patty. I hope I did. If not, good morning. Good afternoon, actually. It's afternoon here. So I did physical, spiritual, emotional, intellectual, creative. So those are the categories where I want to flourish. I'm trying to think what is literally every category in my life. And then on the bottom, I put prayer and praise. So I can have some personal prayer requests as well as praises so that throughout the month I can be recording praises. And there's really not much room here, but I could put post-it notes and such, I could put like a train of things. And I did buy 5 poster boards. So glad I did. So those are my categories. And then after that, I wrote down some things. I am going to share them with you. Let me know what you think. I think this is great if you are a visual person. I just personally, I need to be reminded. So I'm going to start here in my bedroom. My bedroom needs to be my sanctuary, my husband's sanctuary. On the YouTube channel, I'm going to be sharing all these things with you. I'm glad actually that this is public, that others can watch it back because I can reference it now. So if you just came in, please know that I forgot to mark this as members live. And whenever that happens, I leave it that way because I feel like God has a purpose and I need to go live publicly more often. And I feel bad about that. And there is a video coming up later today. And it is about, preparing for my grandkids to come over. And hopefully that's motivating, it's the food, the cleaning, the whole thing. Okay. I put in ChatGPT how to make a vision board for older women. Good morning, Nancy. And it's afternoon where I am. So good afternoon, Nancy Whalen sharing memories. I got to check. Do you have a YouTube channel? If you have a YouTube channel, just say yes. And then people can click on your name or something and see what it is. Okay. Making a vision board as an older woman can be beautiful, life-giving way to reflect, dream, and set gentle intentions for this season of life. I like that so much better. Gentle intentions for this season of life, not pressure-filled goals, but meaningful direction. And let me tell you, as I'm going to go through these categories, your video went on at the same time as the live. Without a thumbnail. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Okay. Well, I'll put a thumbnail on it later. Facebook content creator, homemaking content. Nancy Whalen sharing memories. Okay. Facebook content creator. Okay, cool. I'm going to check that out. Okay. See how many times I can say okay. Start with reflection before dreaming. What brings me peace? What do I want more of in my life? What do I want to release? See, so I did this and then I do the research because that's how I roll. What do I want to release? What do I want to feel this year? Write a few words or phrases that come to mind. Rest, joy, purpose, health, connection, faith, simplicity, decluttering, which would be part of simplicity. This is just a whole process I'm going through. As you know, I'm renaming my channel. I've had so many good ideas come in. There's just so much that I just got to stay focused. Okay. But this is going to help me because it's like, what is Karen really about? And I think that's just an important question I have to ask myself so that I know what I'm putting out into the world and I can name it in such a way that you get what I'm saying. At Home with Karen is taken. That is a YouTube channel. She hasn't posted for 4 months though. So I'm like, girl, you either got to post or give it up. No, I'm just kidding. I have not chosen a name. One of the reasons to use my last name, my name is Karen Twombly. And one of the reasons to use my full name, although it sounds like a security risk, is sometimes people get their channels stolen, which is crazy to think you could get your channel stolen. But if I name it Karen Twombly, very little likelihood of getting it stolen. Was one other Karen Twombly that I knew of in the world, and she has passed away. So anyway, choose focus areas. And I chose, some very general focus areas. So for physical, they had health and energy. For spiritual, they had faith and inner life. So maybe they named them a little better than me. They had a relationship as a separate category. Mine kind of falls under emotional. I put emotional. Home and environment. See, I like these, and I might make like a second board that just goes into more detail. Personal joy would be hobbies, creativity, and I used the word creative. Legacy and purpose, mentoring, giving, and serving. You don't need to pick them all. Pick what matters to you. Let me know what you think of this idea. So on mine, you can see I'm not going to expect you to read my handwriting, although thanks to Mrs. Abbott in my 5th grade year, I actually have good handwriting for a left-handed person, because one time she made me write the same paragraph 22 times before she was happy with my penmanship. I can be thankful for her now. Alice says she likes it. Okay, under physical, I need to get going with a doctor. Paula says, I used to have a channel and my profile name is from my channel, Paula's Own Pace. And I like that name. I stopped as I got discouraged after we went through a tornado here a couple years ago. Once I retire, I may want to start it back up. I really hope you do, Paula, and I hope you let me know when you do. Nancy says, I like the gentle intentions. Yeah, I like that too. So under physical, I need to get going with a doctor. And there's some things I need to write down that I want my doctor to help me with, because it is also not just about what I'm going to do, but how can I build a team to help me? How can you build a team? Who can help you? Where are the helpers in your life? I often pray whenever I can remember to pray, and I need to pray it every day. And I should write that on here. And I'm going to write it over here. So remember, Lord, send me the help I need. Paula says, thank you, Karen. My old video is still up. I would love your feedback on those videos. Okay, now I got to write it down. Paula's Own Pace. Because I think once I stop going live, I don't think the chats stay. Comments stay, but not the chats. Okay. Physical. I said, so doctor, 5 days a week body movement. You guys, I don't know that there's anybody who hates exercise more than me. There may be somebody who hates it as much. So it's a big deal. Getting adequate rest, time daily to rest and nightly to rest. So, and then I put a to consider. So maybe in my next 90 days, or maybe before this 90 day is up, I will have a gym membership. I don't know if I honestly have time to go to a gym. So that's what's kind of stopping me. And I definitely would want my husband to go with me and like show me the equipment. And even if they have like free coaches, I guess. Don't call it exercise, says Nancy, call it movement or activity. That is good advice. And I did on here, thankfully now I put body movement. So under the spiritual, and you know what? Every time I do anything like this, I lose like focus. Shelly says, love that, Nancy. I immediately lose focus, and I meant to put spiritual first and I put physical first. And I'm like, the old Karen would have started over. Nancy says, do videos at home. Oh, yes. True. And I can do that. There's some equipment I like. There was one I had, and if I found where you're sitting and you're doing this with your legs, I could do that all day. And like, I think your arms are doing this. Okay. So spiritual, daily Bible reading and prayer, read through the Bible, copy scripture, regular church attendance. Okay. So I'm doing a read through the Bible. And Paula also says, that's great, Nancy. I'm doing a 90-day plan, but I can already tell I'm not going to be getting it done in 90 days. Nancy Whalen, sharing memories, says, love movement. Great idea. Sounds better than exercise. It really does. And it sounds doable, doesn't it? So I have been copying scripture. I've been showing that regular church attendance. Okay. And then to consider, really, I wanted to consider legacy and purpose. My purpose in life is very tied to, obviously, because I am a Christ follower, I always want my purpose to reflect God in me, because that is like, this is God, and everything about me flows out from that, is what I want. So to have me without God is to have a shell. I'm not in there if God's not in there, if that makes any sense at all. Okay. Under emotional, I'm thinking, what are my emotional needs? What helps me to be emotionally healthy? Nancy says, don't do the gym until you really feel like it. I go to the gym, YMCA daily, and now have so many friends, community. I love that. Alice said, I like the Yes to Next YouTube channel. They have short videos and many include seated alternatives. Okay, I like that. I'll write that down. Yes to next. I always have to take notes when I meet with you guys. Okay, so under emotional, I need time alone. Lately, I've been coming up to my room and spending some time alone doing my paint by number rather than bringing it downstairs. And it's just very quiet time, or time when I'm reading my Bible. I might be upstairs or doing my scripture copying. Also, I like that I wake up early before everything. Hi, Carrie. I'm so glad you're here. Nancy says it keeps me going because I will see my friends. I wouldn't normally go live when I have a video up at the same time. But number one, I didn't know the video was, I knew the video was scheduled and forgot to do my thumbnail and forgot to take it off of scheduled. And then I went live, intending to go with my members, and I made it public. And I'm not sorry. I'm not mad about it. This is all great. Somehow, maybe because I also had a video up, I'm not getting the normal trolls I normally get. And I'm so sorry if you see this and you would have joined me that I didn't announce it. Like, I'm a mess. So emotionally, I need time alone. I need time with friends, and I'm working on making friends. So I should probably, I guess if I see time out with friends, like I don't need to be too detailed. I'm not writing for this for anyone else but me. I know I don't have friends. I have one friend here, I think, because we went out once. My members know this, and we are planning to go out again. So I think I can call her my friend. And she gave me a hug at church, which made me feel really good because I went to a huggy church and I miss it. Nancy says, it keeps me going because I will see my friends. Oh, that is so true. Did I say hello to you, Carrie? I meant to. Paul is on pace. I love my quiet time as well, but I have to do better with making that time for myself. So it's just, it waxes and wanes. And so when you lose that, I just think rather than feel bad about it, be like, okay, how can I do this today? Or if it's too late today, how can I set up my day tomorrow so that I can do this? Ari says, I want to encourage you. You're not a mess. You're just doing so many good things. Thank you, Ari. That is so sweet. So under emotional, I also had dates with my husband. And also to consider is, how do I cultivate joy in my life? I need to cultivate joy to be emotionally present and emotionally healthy. Nancy says, you're definitely not a mess. Thank you. I appreciate you. Under intellectual, I had just learned new skills. And did I write those skills down yet? No. Books to read. So we're doing the space making book together, which will be tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for members, just so you know. Let's see. Creative, I have my cross stitch bookmarks that I'm working on, paint by number, and home decorating. I'm going to start really focusing on getting this house to where I want it, because plus, those of you who are members, my sister Lori is in the membership. So she has a really busy week this week. So I probably won't see her this week. I can hear the train, you guys. But she will, and my other sister, Cheryl, will be here the end of March. And I am so excited. And I would love, it's like, now that's going to fuel me of getting the condo ready for when they come. They were not staying here, but they're going to stay like 2 minutes from me at an Airbnb. Don't mind the train. Can you see it? Kind of. This is, it says Burlington Electric on the side, and every morning it goes by with wood chips in it. And then about this time it comes back empty. I got the whole thing locked down. So let me give you a few more ideas. If you decide to do this, now gather images or words. I decided not to gather images, at least not at this time. I'm not cutting pictures out of magazines. I might eventually do some pictures, but I don't feel it's necessary for me to do pictures. But they say if you choose images that make you feel calm, hopeful, encouraged, excited, or also look for affirming words or Bible verses because ChatGPT knows me now. It knows I need Bible verses. Isn't that funny? Um, Affirming words or Bible verses, quotes, and you could do affirmations. That's another idea. So instead of a war room, um, what would we call it? Mine would be my flourish room, I think. You could pick your word for the year. It doesn't need to be in your closet. I just think I've never have I ever had a closet of my own? Not since I was like a teenager and my sisters moved out of the house. I've not had a closet alone. Nancy says, finding images has kept me from doing this. I never thought about just using words. It can be a list on a piece of paper that you see that you stick on the fridge, beside the bathroom mirror, somewhere that you visit daily. It can be in your journal and you just look at it every day. It could be a journal prompt that you tuck in your journal and just move it every day. So every day when you open your journal, there you see it, you could put it in your Bible. There's so many places that you could put it, make it your own. Nancy says, lucky you, exciting that your sisters will visit. My sister is in a nursing home with Alzheimer's. I'm so sorry. She was my best friend. Oh man, I'm just gonna cry. Literally, I can feel the tears. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, that hit me. I'm so sorry, Nancy. That's so hard. Oh, what a terrible disease. Anyway, I love you, Nancy, and I'm so sorry. Other Nancy says, definitely going to do this. Thank you. Maria's saying, that's awful, Nancy. So sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. My heart is breaking for you. So, create your board. We'll keep going. Create your board. Oh, you could also include quotes. Paula is also sending her condolences. You could also have quotes about peace, gratitude, strength, and purpose. Create your board. You could use a poster board like I did, a cork board, a notebook page, or a digital board like Canva or Pinterest. Nancy says, no, it's okay. It's good to cry. Whew. It's because I care. I hope you know. And I relate, like, how would I feel? Because I worry about my own brain because my mom had dementia. So when I'm forgetting things all the time, I'm like, oh no, here it comes. You know what I mean? I feel that a lot where I'm like, do you know what I mean? You get that, like, if you have it in your family, I don't know if you can relate to that, but you're like, oh no, I've got you all now. And that helps so much. Yes, I'm so glad to hear that. You just made my day. Barb says, so sorry, Nancy. My mom had it very hard. Edith says, sisters in Vermont in March. Come on over, Edith. Nancy, keeping you in my prayers, Nancy. Nancy says, thank you all. Barb, my mom too, and my grandma. And let's all pray protection over Nancy. Shelly says, love you, Nancy. This group is such a blessing. Barb says, yes, I relate to that. Okay. Add personal meaning. Write in your own words. This is a season of peace. I choose joy. I need to write that one. I'm taking notes, you guys, and I'm going to give you updates on this. Choose joy. I'm not going to make any promises on what I'm doing or if it'll be on the public side or the membership side, because then I feel bad if I don't do it. My life still has purpose is another phrase to use. I care for my body with kindness. A favorite verse, Psalm 90 would be lovely, given your interest in devotional writing. I'm telling you, it's weird. It's creepy that chat gets to know me. Pray or reflect over it. What is God inviting into me? What is God inviting me into in this season? Oh, I'm sorry, Nancy. She says, now I'm crying. I'm not crying. You're crying. Oh, I'm so sorry. How can I walk gently but intentionally forward? Place it where you can see it, a bedroom, a prayer space, a journal, a closet door, a digital phone background. Ooh, digital phone background. If you like, okay, that's something else. Okay, it's 12:29. So as we finish up, and maybe we'll talk about it again next week, if you're interested, a vision board can be especially meaningful for older women because it's less about hustle and more about purpose, peace, health, relationships, and legacy. Reframe what a vision board is. How do I want to feel? What do I want more of or less of? Honor who you are and choosing how you want to live now. Choose life areas that matter to you. It might be what I chose. It could be simplicity, freedom, joy, creativity, fun. Choose 3 to 5 and seasons, and then revisit it. How often will I tweak it? Monthly. I'm going to tweak mine every 90 days. Marie, you have a great day too. We are finishing up, I promise. Take 10 to 15 minutes and ask yourself, what drains me right now? What brings me joy? What would a good day look like? Maybe I'm going to go through these one at a time and just do videos. What do I want to protect in this season of life? Jot down words or phrases. These often guide the images you'll choose if you choose to choose images. Peace and purpose are goals. Love that. Okay. I think that's okay. Anchoring words or intentions. Instead of goals, you could write intentions. Aaron Bisson 918, not currently making videos, but have a Facebook page all about home organizing. That does not surprise me at all about you, Aaron. Aaron Bisson. Are you friends with me on Facebook? Karen Twombly, TWOMBLY. And now everybody knows, and that's fine. I asked my husband's permission to share my last name, just so you know. Add anchoring words or intentions like rest without guilt, strong and steady, present with my family, peace in my home, joy in ordinary days. Revisit it, but don't rush. Change it as seasons shift. Add gratitude notes. Remove what no longer fits. Yeah. So it could go with your word for the year. Not everybody does a word for the year. You don't need to do a word for the year. It helps me. Every year, it really helps me to do a word for the year. So I hope this inspired you. And tomorrow morning for members, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll do our book. Nancy says it's okay. If you want to become a member and you have subscribed, under my videos, there is a join button and it will give you instructions. I would love to tell you how much it costs. I set it at $5, but different states, it costs different. I don't understand it. I don't know how to find out why. I think the highest I've heard is $8, like $7.99. But you could do it for 1 month and just catch up on everything. And then, you could even sign up for a month and then ditch it and then come back in a few months just to keep catching up on what we do. Or if you want to be a member, we would love to have you. So Nancy's saying, have a good day. Edith's traveling back home to Maine on Thursday from Florida, so pray for Edith. Nancy, safe travels, Edith. Shelley, have a great day, all. Ari, thank you. Have a great day, all. Klingon Princess. Hey, my friend. Good morning. I was watching your new video. Forgot you were on. My new video that doesn't have a thumbnail. I'm just like, I can do it. In fact, YouTube picked a thumbnail, and I think it's me holding green peppers. So excited to be able to join today. I'm excited too, Nancy. Paula's on pace. Have a wonderful day. You too. Have a great day, everyone. Remember, God loves you. I love you too. Can't wait to see you next time. Hey, go watch my video. Apparently it's live or up or whatever you would call it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.